Spider-Man 3. Where do they take that film now that the second one is behind us? And obviously there's been the rumors with Daredevil. There's still a few villains out there that they built up that need to come back, specifically Scorpion. Yep. I think he needs his time in the spotlight.
Yep, and we can do the whole J. Jonah Jameson thing now.
Yes.
We have him, and also the Daily Bugle was green. So you can have Scorpion be green.
That's true.
Keep it on brand for Jonah. So.
Love it.
I don't know. I really hope they go the Sinister Six route. I don't know if it's too early for that.
I feel like it is.
No, it's like I was honestly expecting Dimitri in the movie to turn to be Chameleon.
Same.
But he never did anything. So
the pieces are there. I think he's coming back as Chameleon, definitely.
Well,
so it'd be interesting if they did.
Well, think of it now. So Vulture already knew Peter's identity and did what he could to actually keep Peter safe. So are we going to potentially then, now that his identity has been revealed, have Vulture change sides and not actually be... He really wasn't truly a villain.
And I bet you they blackmail him. And it's that.
To me, and also, I suspect Jameson's going to be back being like, well, who says the Vulture was a bad guy? Spider-Man was the bad guy. Like, he'll be advocating for the bad guys, obviously.
Oh, yeah. So. You can see it right now. It's like, guy struggling to feed his kids got screwed over by the government. Was he a bad guy? Like, who would do the same?
And my thing is, as much as I want the Sinister Six, I think you're holding them off for a fourth movie.
Yeah, see, that's my thing as well.
Because, Feige said the third film is going to be about Peter Parker. It's not... it's a Spider-Man movie, but he's openly already said it's about Peter Parker. To me, that means character breakdown, and I think you don't throw in the Sinister Six into a character breakdown piece. That's just me.
It'd also be kind of... I kind of agree with you, because, we've had a lot of villains set up already, and they're fleshed out. As much as you can for a villain in these movies. It would be weird to then just toss in the other two at the end and give them nothing to do apart from just be jobbers on the team.
Right.
It's just like, so a fourth one makes more sense. My problem is everyone wants Kraven. I want Kraven to go after Spider-Man after the Sinister Six. To me, it makes more sense for him to want to go after someone that can take on 6 people, as opposed to he's just done a couple of things and.
Right.
That's just me personally, though.
Yeah.
I'd be fine either way.
I mean, there's also, for a while now, people have rumored that maybe at some point they'll use, Doc Ock or something. I'm going to be real with you guys. I think Doc Ock is overplayed between a Spider-Man game, Spider-Man 2, the cartoons always using him.
Also, they used him in Spider-Verse. Or they used her.
Right.
Yeah. Just pick a Spider-Man, they've used him.
I don't want Doc Ock. I'll be real with everybody. That's a character I can go without getting a new iteration
The only time I want Doc Ock is if they do Superior. If we are so focused on doing different things, you save that story and that character for Superior Spider-Man.
Yes. That could work.
Whether they actually do that, I don't know, because then you have to have a whole movie with Doc Ock, Peter Parker, but...
Yeah. Oh, that'd be ballsy.
It would, but is it going to happen? No. To be fair, that's one of the best end credit scenes you could have, where the body swap happens, and then.
Yep.
I mean, it's especially if you're saying that they've come out and said this is Peter's movie. It's about Peter. So who's dying?
Ned.
I know you say it's Ned.
Ned's dead. I could see his gravestone already.
He died at 40 years old because he looks like a 40-year-old.
It's somebody has to die, and they don't want to do the girlfriend route that was just recently done. And you're not going to want to sit there and kill off a character that a lot of people are now accepting, even though in the beginning they didn't. So it's you have only his aunt, but do you sit there and do what is done in the comics that she dies? Or is she
gonna get cancer? Because wasn't that?
She's still kicking about in the comics.
Right, she just got cancer. That was the reason.
Everything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there was times where they're play her for dead. I'm she's not dead, and then she's back because that's what they did.
Wasn't it One More Day where it was he sold everything away to save Aunt May.
Yeah, I know it was one of them. I can't remember if it was One More Day or not.
It was one of the ones everyone hates. I got rid of the marriage, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
But then it's like, if you get rid of his friend, we have a better connection between Ned and Parker than we do Parker and Aunt May.
Mm.
Like,
yeah.
It's really gonna show. But if we kill Aunt May, then you're also hurting Happy, who's going to be there.
Just don't take Happy from me.
We can't hurt Happy anymore. He's
been hurt.
Yeah.
Justice for Happy.
Or,
happy for Happy. No.
Yeah, let's be happy for Happy. Or do we actually get a story that now we have what all the fan art's been coming out? We have Tony Stark's daughter Morgan come in.
Yes.
And
should be too young, unless you go to hurt Morgan. No.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, it could still be that he finds out and is trying to help protect her as well.
Are we still under the assumption that the next film is going to be like the next year of school because that's what they said before?
Mm.
Or are they going
to? They got to do it. They got to do it that way.
So we're not going to go too far of a jump forward, which makes sense to me.
I think also with that ending, I don't think you can go too far forward.
Yeah.
Because one of the most interesting parts of that would be the initial reaction of everything.
Now,
you can't just figure out, oh, he hasn't been in school because of this, and it's like, oh.
Now let's talk about the possibility. As much as I would love it, I know people are automatically going to turn on this, and even though, yes, the comic run was not the greatest, do they go down the route of Parker Industries? Because I like that idea, but the execution and writing was not good.
I think he's too young.
So far, yeah.
He might be too young right now, and
in the future, sure. Right now,
again, that would need to happen after Superior. So,
yeah. Well, you also though have Pepper, who is already
she runs everything now.
She
right?
runs everything because Happy even states Pepper is being genuous and like here, like sorry, I got misplaced because it's a giant check.
It's not a lot of money. It's 500,000.
Yeah.
But she's being very generous and things are kind of busy. So, like, you've got all these other characters that are now going to be affected by the reveal of Parker. So, is it going to be that Parker runs away and tries to eliminate himself from everybody until somebody gets hurt? Then he has to come back. So there's a lot that they can do. And are they, though, misleading us, saying that this next movie is just about Parker and more than Spider-Man? And here we are, and it's like you have 2 seconds of Parker and everything else is Spider-Man.
The thing is, like, nobody expected that identity reveal.
No.
Like,
no.
That's the last thing I would have guessed that they do. Like, it's like, so it throws everybody for a spin. That's kind of like really what happens at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
Right. What about this for an idea? Because you take Brad Davis, because we don't waste that character. We make him Hobgoblin. I've been preaching this on Twitter. Like, make Brad Davis Hobgoblin. He shares a very similar origin to Phil Urich, where he had a breakdown because he wanted to get with someone and they turned him down. So you have that set up from this, and if you want to make it about Parker, you can use the whole thing like, oh, he got MJ, he's also Spider-Man,
right?
Screw this guy. He somehow gets the glider and everything. I don't know how he does it.
That's Stark Tech. That's how it goes.
He's got to be smart as well. No, it's going to be Hammer Tech.
Sure, actually, yeah.
Or it could be Osborn.
True.
That too.
Yeah, they could easily introduce Osborn. And then, like, you do the whole thing of, like, because obviously he knows Parker, he knows he's attached to. You then can do the whole, I'm going to go for May, I'm going to go for Morgan and Pepper and Happy. And then you put him in like an impossible situation where you can only, like, save. It's kind of the Dark Knight-ish. But, like, you can only save, like, one or all of them, something like that.
Yeah.
And then you can, like, maybe kill off May or something, but...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I think that's also a route to take, because, again, I don't want villains we've seen before, and I would like Osborn, but I never want him to be the Goblin.
Yeah,
so...
I agree. I'm with you there.
But you're going to get people saying, why can't he be the Goblin?
Yeah, well, those people can sit and cry over the
But then they're just going to be like, but it's not as good as the Raimi and the AIDS one. What the hell was his name?
Oh my god.
Yeah, just gonna say, Spider-Man 3 would have been better if it was the regular Goblin, not Hobgoblin. This was what it's going to be.
Unless we get him hulking out
like
as Goblin.
Hobgoblin's a nice way to have your cake and eat it. It's like we're not going to do Green Goblin, we're going to do the Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Completely different character, completely different look. It kind of looks similar, but at the same time.
Or go full edgy and go Red Goblin.
Whoa.
No, that means we need a symbiote, and we can't have those because it's Sony.
Carnage.
Oh my gosh.
Just be a biosuit there.
Yeah. You know what they should do?
And that way you get another person for Sin 6 to Hobgoblin.
No, I actually got a better idea. Establish all these villains in a 14-second scene of a dude walking around with a hat and just all the tech is behind him. That's genius. That's how we develop every
have a
villain.
feeling I've seen that before.
I think you might have.
No, you would have had to admit of watching that movie.
Genius. Pure genius. Random dude in hat creates every villain. Perfect.
I might have seen that on Twitter as a fan film. I'm not.
Felt like one.
Oh no, a fan film would have actually done it justice.
That's probably more
I
competent.
mean, the Venom fan film was better than the Venom film, so yeah.
So yeah, Spider-Man 3. Hopefully they'll announce something in San Diego. Maybe a Sony date for it. Probably 2 years from now, because that's been kind of the cycle.
Oh, yeah.
But
It'll be
D23 maybe.
well, I mean, if they want to go with that, Sony typically does the Vegas. What is that film? Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember.
I can't remember the Vegas show they do in like January, February.
It's not CinemaCon, is it?
It might be CinemaCon. I think it is CinemaCon.
Or CinemaCon in Germany.
Yeah, so maybe next January, February is realistically expect an official Spider-Man announcement.
It'll also be the longest time we won't see Peter Parker unless he's in another movie.
That is true, yeah.
I don't think he will be.
Every movie so far. So.
Oh, that'll be strange. Taking a couple years off.
Whew. Will people even remember Parker by then?
Yes, it is CinemaCon. It's in Las Vegas.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was right.